Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I am the creator and author of the Get Resultsology system and a dedicated accountability coach. My mission is to empower solopreneurs to unlock their true potential, boost their income, and achieve extraordinary success by maximizing productivity, streamlining their businesses, and aligning their goals with their authentic vision and purpose. So, if you're ready to turn ambition into action and transform your goals into reality, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I'm thrilled to welcome today our guest expert, Kim Speed. Now, Kim is a brand visibility expert, speaker, and author with a passion for helping entrepreneurs confidently stand out in a crowded marketplace. As the founder of Purple Moon Creative, Kim draws on her background in corporate advertising to empower small business owners with clear brand messaging and compelling visual identity. She's also the author of Branding on a Shoestring, where Kim shares practical strategies for building a magnetic brand without breaking the bank. Kim, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thank you for having me, Robin. Great to be here.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And whereabouts in the world are you, Kim?
So I am in Canada. I am in Toronto, and it is still freezing here.
Oh, no, you anticipated my very British question, which would be, my next question. What's the weather like? But you beat me to it. And there we are. I'm still obsessing about the weather, so I must be British. Shall we do the questions?
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, we'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. Kim, could you please tell us who is your ideal client?
So my ideal client is really a service-based entrepreneur. Think coaches, consultants, creators, healers, authors, speakers, people who have transitioned from their corporate careers. They're very talented and experienced, but they often struggle to clearly communicate what they do and who they help, which keeps them really from attracting the right clients.
Okay, that's perfect. And yet beautifully segues into my second question, because you've already started to answer it, which is, what is the problem or problems that you solve, please, Kim?
So I help them with one of the biggest problems that they have is that they feel invisible and they're confused on what to do about this. Their messaging maybe doesn't connect with what their brand does, or reflect really their true values, who they are authentically. And they start to feel kind of creepy about, telling people because they don't have that correct message. And what I do is guide them to creating a brand that has a correct message, purpose, personality, messaging, to help them feel confident.
Yeah, I love that. That sounds really exciting. Okay, so on the back of that, what is one valuable free action that our audience could implement that will help them to solve that problem, or at least get started on solving it?
I would say that take 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes and write down your brand why you started your business, who you're passionate about helping. Because this simple exercise is really the beginning of your brand story, and your brand story is what is going to help people make that connection with you. And it's going to help you to hone that down into a clear message that helps you speak from the heart and attract people naturally, the right people.
The right people, absolutely. Yeah, we don't want the wrong people, and we don't, continually we don't. There's no such thing as wrong people, but I'm sure you'll agree that there's the wrong people for the wrong professional. There's just, there may not be a good relationship there, but they're the right people, but not necessarily for you, is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
Although there are some wrong ones out there, aren't there?
I have to say yes.
Yes. But okay, I digress. Let's move on. So now we have a better understanding of what you do. Let's dive into goal busting, which is the focus on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. So could you share, please, any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits, Kim?
So I would say if you are feeling invisible, let's schedule your visibility. And really, what I'm saying is think of marketing in a different term, because if you tell people go and schedule your marketing, they get kind of uptight because they'll be like, I'm not a marketer. But if you think about it, just you're going to schedule being visible, being seen, creating awareness. So block 15 to 30 minutes a day just for brand building activities like posting, engaging online, sending outreach messages, starting correct to collect research for, if you do a newsletter or a blog or a video, however you want to share your content and share yourself with people. So I'd say small, consistent actions will build your confidence and keep your brand top of mind for potential clients.
I'm getting goosebumps listening to you because you won't know this because we've only just met, but I'm actually going to be spending the afternoon doing exactly what you've just said because I'm very aware that you can get very, very busy doing things, but if you're not out there talking to people, it's pointless, isn't it?
Exactly.
And I was very aware that I'm not doing enough of that. And wow, okay, talk about messages from the universe, the confirmation that okay. So I digress again, but well, I'm not. That's relevant to what you've just said. But what I really need to know and would love to know, what should I have asked you today, Kim, that I didn't, and also your answer, please.
So I would say you could have asked, why do so many entrepreneurs struggle with branding, even though they've invested in, getting a professional logo done and they've got a professional website? And I would say it's because they don't understand the difference between brand and branding. And brand is different. Branding is what everybody starts with. They start with their logo and their website and their colors and their fonts because that is the fun part. But what they don't realize is you can't get your branding right until you've done the foundation, which is your brand. And your brand is getting clear on who you are, who you serve, and why it matters. So until you have that, your design will not deliver. It won't deliver you results if you haven't done the foundation. So I help people build their brand, what I call from the inside out. So you need to start inside and know who you are and who you want to serve. And then you can make it look great.
Yeah, and am I right in saying, I mean, and let's be honest, you're never going to have the budget that, say, Nike has. So your brand is not going to be widely known. Well, probably not going to be widely known, and definitely not going to be widely known when you're first starting out. So
Yes.
what you're saying is so critical, is what I'm hearing. It isn't about a nice logo. At the end of the day, your logo can be a bit naff, to be honest, as we say here in England, the British word, I suppose. But your personal brand can still be very strong.
Yes. And I would say that most people, they fuss on these logos, but really your image and having people see you is way more important than a logo. A logo, it can be developed and worked on over time, but it takes time. Why do you think Nike, we understand that? Because they have so much money to put behind it so that we do see it over and over.
Perfect. Thank you. That was excellent, actually, and a masterclass in 7 minutes. I felt I really did. That's
Oh,
wonderful. So,
thank you.
which leads me nicely on to my final question, which is not one of the five, but it is one I always ask, which is how can people reach you, Kim? And also, is there like a valuable free resource they could get from you? Not because I'm cheeky enough to ask for that, but because I think that's an excellent way for them to learn more about your brand. See what I did there?
I love it. I love how you did that. And you're right, Robin. I do. I have a free gift for your audience. I have what every entrepreneur needs, and that's how to discover your brand personality. It's a quiz that you can take, and you can understand your brand personality and understand why it matters. You need to have a clear message, and you need to be able to attract the right clients and stand out from the competition. So if you have the right understanding of what your brand personality is, you're going to be able to fill in how how your brand fits you and should look on you. It's like putting on your best outfit. If you've got um, the right personality and character, and you're wearing that proudly, you feel good and you look great, and people start to notice you. So that's what I have available for you. It's you can get that by going to purple dash moon dash creative dot kit.com/brand quiz.
Excellent. And if anybody needs to rewind that, you can to hear it, but it's also written on the bottom of the screen for people watching this on YouTube. And it's in all the transcripts that we make of this podcast as well. So you should be able to find that link easily. And just before I let you go, I am itching to know about the books behind you, Kim. Now's your chance to just tell us a little bit about what they are, because I'm really being
May I grab it?
Certainly.
So I have my own book that I wrote. It's a few years now, but there's a lot of good basics in here that everybody needs. That's Branding on a Shoestring. I wrote this for people that didn't have necessarily a budget, but were at the beginning stages. This is great information to get you started. And if you're thinking of becoming an author, this is a compilation book. And here, my chapter is all about how to use a book to brand yourself and market yourself. So the Author's Guide 2.0. So yeah, I am proud because I never thought that I could get these done.
and where are these available, please?
These are on Amazon.
Perfect. Excellent. That makes it nice and easy. All right. So Kim, that was great. Thank you for sharing about those as well. They look terrific. Kim Speed, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for appearing on Goalbusters.
Thank you so much for having me, Robin. This was a complete pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine. Thank you, and bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate, and review it on your favorite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.